gonna get a double notification here. All right, we live. Got to refresh. Are we good? Are we live? YouTube, and it seems we are live. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the King of Anime podcast, a special episode of the King of Anime podcast, one that we're doing earlier in the day. I'm pretty sure EA is dying at this point, but it's fine. We're talking about Jujutsu Kaisen, the whole series, all 24 episodes. We watched the series. We loved it. We hated it. Well, actually, I don't know if we hated it or loved it. I think about it. But Satsuki won't be on today because he had made an oath to never watch Jujutsu Kaisen. And it's very sad. It's very sad indeed. So, I am joined by my other co-host, though. EA, introduce yourself.
Hello. Oh my god. Hello, it is I. It is I, everything animated and holographic. Get your ass back to bed. What are you doing up at 6 in the morning?
He's in Hawaii. He's always up at like fucking 3 in the morning. It's weird.
Why is he never in bed?
I don't know.
Every time I see him, it's like, gotta wake up here, gotta stay awake there. Anyway, this isn't about Hollow. This is about introducing myself. Everything animated. Just recovering from sickness. Don't worry, it's not the big bad sickness that everyone's afraid of. It's just I call it regular sickness. So I'm good when it comes to that, and I'm ready to discuss this show that Sasuke will never watch.
Yeah. I hope he never watches it. Like,
right? So that they make a season 2, and all of a sudden, all we do is just continue to talk about it, just you and I, and Sasuke's just left in the back going, "What you guys doing?"
Or no, he finds like a loophole. So he's like, yeah, I said I wouldn't talk about Jujutsu Kaisen, but not Jujutsu Kaisen Season 2. And he just goes in, like, he doesn't even watch Season 1. Mm-hmm. Like, I don't know what the hell's going on. Which, you don't need much knowledge, actually. You can probably drop it anywhere if you want to. But, so yeah, this show is Jujutsu Kaisen. It's a 24-episode shonen series by Mappa, which aired at the same time as Attack on Titan did, relatively speaking. This one had a little bit of an earlier start, but
it was like fall.
Yeah, it was fall
season. When it was when freaking Inuyasha Side Story and Adachi Tsushima was airing. So we could have chosen this back then.
We could have. We should have, to be honest. But I don't think we could have because of Satsuki. But yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be real. I would have rather watched this over pretty much any of the shows in the fall 2020 season by a landslide.
Oh yes, yeah. This show is it's very entertaining. It's very shonen-esque with just everything about it. I love how it borrows from other shonens, and then they just kind of combine everything into one to make Jujutsu Kaisen.
Yep.
Which also, I have a hard time saying that word. Jujutsu Kaisen. Is that how you say it?
It's just Juicy Kaisen.
Juicy Kaisen. You know what? I think I'm gonna call it that from now on. People are gonna look at me like I'm crazy if I, go to a damn freaking, anime convention. What animes do you like? Oh, Juicy Kaisen, and you just call it Juicy. No, yes. I can't say the other word. JJK.
Timudo says, "Why do we need a whole live stream to point out the fact that this show's overrated, unmitigatedly?" I mean, well, there's a lot of shows that are overrated that we cover.
Oh yes,
AOT is overrated. I would say. I like it.
I wouldn't say it's overrated. I think it's the right amount of rateness.
Well, I think the
Demon
most
Slayer, on the other hand,
yeah.
that's overrated.
Yeah, we covered that show on KOA. I don't think. Well, I will say about AOT. I don't think the last 2 seasons are overrated. I think the first 2 are, to a certain extent, especially the first season. But that is just that's just my opinion. Yeah, we've covered plenty of overrated shows on KOA. Yoro Zuya says already being a fraud. I see, lol. I don't know what that means. What are we frauding?
I don't know. I have no idea. Maybe because we were a little late on the stream button. I have no idea.
I no idea. Matthew Lucas. This is responding to Muno. What's up, Mr. Hlum? Hope you get better soon, EA. But is it better than X-Arm though?
Yes, and thank you, Mr. Hlum. I'm feeling a lot better than what I was before. So thank you.
Yeah. So just getting into this show now. Now that most people have showed up. This has a lot to do with, I would say, the occult kind of stuff. Very supernatural kind of stuff. The main character is Itadori, and he swallows basically this finger of this I think they call it the king of curses, named Sukuna.
He's a big baddie.
Yeah, and he basically he becomes the vessel. I should probably actually bring up the graphics for the thing. He becomes a vessel for Sukuna, and because of that, of course, he gains lots of powers and stuff, and he joins the school called Jujutsu Jujutsu High School, basically, and he becomes a sorcerer.
It's
UA?
Yeah. That's where Deku goes in My Hero. I'm sorry, I was just trying to.
Oh yeah, I don't know anything about MHA.
Yeah, I know. This guy's a hater, y'all.
I cry. I hate this. Yep, that's me. I hate MHA. Oh my god, it's Conda Fiction.
Hello, Conda Fiction.
What's going on, Condi? How you doing? Everyone sub to Condi. He's the best. Best boy. So, I guess just getting right off into it, what are your thoughts on the story, the basic setup, and the setting?
I think it's what's the word? It's something familiar but different. Mm-hmm. That's the best way I can kind of describe it, because we have characters like Gojo Sensei that look just like Kakashi Sensei, from Naruto. I take a huge inspiration from Naruto, at least with the looks of some of these characters.
Yeah.
When it comes to the main character, Itadori, who went ahead and just ate up the finger, I was not expecting that. From the very first episode, I was like, oh my god, this is the gum fruit from One Piece, just straight up eating it to gain powers. And I think that's inspired from that as well. And I think it's kind of a neat little contrast where the villain's worst baddie is inside our main hero. Literally inside the same body, and he's sharing the body. I also love the fact that, like, at the beginning, Sukuna was willing to fight and try to take over the body, but then in later episodes, when Itadori was like, Sukuna, do this, he's just like, nope, the boy can die for all I care.
Yeah.
It was literally just like, oh, okay. So it's not gonna be one of those, if he's in danger, he's gonna call upon him the whole time. I liked that. I thought that was
shit out of luck.
I thought that was neat, because that causes more problems for him, but at the same time, that also means that he himself has to get stronger. Itadori, he doesn't have to rely all the time on this other form. So I liked that aspect of it very much. And other than that, I like all the side characters for the most part. There's some that are, you know what? I don't think I hate any of the side characters, really.
Yeah,
there's some that maybe I don't know a lot about, but for the most part, they're all pretty good in my opinion.
Yeah, the only character that I'm not really strong on, honestly, is Fushiguro. I ugh,
Fushiguro.
um he's like one of the main
Try-
three. Guy with the black spiky hair.
Oh yes, Megumi Fushiguro.
Yeah, yeah. I love Nobara and Itadori way
Yeah.
more than him. I just think he stands out so much more. But I will say, like looks can be a little bit deceiving with this character because when you look at him, I immediately thought like, oh yeah, this guy's gonna be awesome. But it turns out he almost takes a backseat in many ways, just to every other character. I mean, to be honest, he seems more of someone that was just kind of on the side, and when he did get his moments, it just like for the last bit of Jujutsu Kaisen after the Kyoto stuff, um, the last arc actually, where he tries to save his sister. Like we didn't even really get to see his sister. Like there was a bunch of disappointing stuff about that, and I think Jujutsu Kaisen just kind of ends very weakly, just kind of lackluster. But he's the one I didn't like the most. But I agree. I like pretty much every side character and every character in this anime.
Yeah. I One of the coolest characters who's like barely even in it is that old guy who plays the fucking air guitar. I mean, not air
Dude.
guitar, but actual real guitar. When I saw that, I literally went, "Oh my god, this is a real person."
If you think about it, their fight literally boils down to a bald guy swinging an axe just wildly in the air and this old guy shredding on guitar. That's it. That's all that happened. It was pretty
That
awesome.
that was pretty awesome. Like that surprised the hell out of me. And then that whole fight with that weird creature with the little trees coming out of their eye sockets, I guess. Um
Oh,
like that one surprised me the most just because, well, you know, in the intro you saw what this creature looked like, so you usually imagine what the voice is going to sound like in your head. But then whenever you heard the creature talk, I was just like, "Oh, I was not expecting that voice to
yeah,
come out
right.
of that thing."
Yeah.
And that was neat.
Yeah. Oh, like I see the thing with Jujutsu Kaisen. Besides the last villain we saw, I pretty much like every single villain. Like they were all interesting to some extent. They all had pretty cool fights, and
Mhm.
like I like the Stitches guy. I can't remember his name at the
Yeah.
moment.
His name is Mahito, just
Mojito.
like the
Yeah.
drink, I guess.
That was when like I really got invested in this show because I think it started out and it was a lot of kind of like introducing the mechanics of the world, and like you don't really need to know much if you've watched more than a couple shonen, like you can kind of get it. So this felt it was a little bit slow for me in that regard, but as soon as he was introduced, it was awesome because he immediately manipulates this kid to do his bidding and just use him, and
Mhm.
eventually like you get connected to this character and you kind of sympathize for him and you understand why he would get lost and go and trust this guy, and it eventually gets, sadly, him and his mother killed in the very end
I was
because
not
he did,
expecting that.
yeah, he did nothing wrong at the end of the day. He just lost his way, and he kind of paid the price for it just because of this really evil dude.
Yeah, yeah, that was so crazy. His name was Junpei. He yeah, he was on the fringe, you know, he was borderline where he wanted to get back at everyone that wronged him, but Itadori was trying his best to kind of steer him back over to the light side of things. And to be honest, I thought it was going to be one of those where Junpei was going to eventually end up leaving with Itadori. But then when he just out of nowhere, like you have the villain just touch his face and then he turned into that creature, I was like, no, he died.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah,
It surprised me.
I felt like, because Itadori was like, hey, come to Jujutsu Tech with us. Like, this awful thing happened to you. We can help you. We can make your life better. And what eventually happened was he just got transfigured and killed, and it just ended there, and it was very sad, because I didn't at all expect him to die. It was
Me neither.
I didn't expect his mother to die either. Like,
Yeah, that was crazy too.
like that, his mother was a MILF.
Yeah, I know. You were all about that. You're like, look at this. I didn't know Jujutsu Kaisen
Yeah.
had MILFs.
If
What
you
is
wanted
this?
me to watch this show, you should have said something about Junpei's mother. I would have been on.
Too bad she was only in one episode.
Yeah, it's very sad. A lot of people in the chat are disagreeing about my Ushiguro comments, which is fine. Are we live? Yes, we are live. Yoro Zuya says the story is still in the beginning. I wouldn't say expecting a lot when we're just getting started is wrong. That's also too much. I feel like I run into this kind of comment a lot with shonen. So we're just kind of judging it by what we see. Going judging it by what we haven't seen.
Exactly, because it's not like I'm gonna read.
Yeah, so I'm not gonna read the manga. So
how many chapters does this thing have? It's probably. I wonder if it's got like a whole lot.
I think it's got like 130 something, 140.
So probably enough for them to like do maybe 3 or 4 seasons off.
Maybe. They're definitely gonna do a season 2. I don't know much about the author and what he wants to do.
If they don't do a season 2, that's a shot. That's a shame if they don't.
Let's see. Puffin says they were wrong for putting him in the intro, like it was all gonna be okay.
I know that. I think that's another reason why I thought he was going to be fine. Because I'm just like, oh, it's another character, and he's dead.
People are saying 145 chapters. So.
Okay, so yeah, they got enough to work with, at least for another season, if they wanted to do another 24 episodes.
Yeah. So there's something I noticed about this series, and I want to get your take on this because, like, I was just discussing it with another friend, and we kind of came to the same agreement, is that the female characters in this anime fucking carry this show. Like, for me, I think I like the female characters and whatever they were doing, like 9 times out of 10, way more than what anyone else was doing. Outside of maybe like Panda and Gojo and stuff.
I mean, come on. Gojo is the GOAT and Panda is Panda.
Panda is Panda, right? So I'm not trying to say, boy's icky, but boy's kind of icky.
I wouldn't necessarily say boys are icky, but I would say, I don't know. I mean, I definitely think Nobara is awesome in every sense of the word.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
I love Maki too.
Oh yeah, Maki, yeah, the twin sisters, for the whatever clan that they're a part of. Yeah, that she's really awesome too. Like she doesn't even have any sorcerer power. She's like a regular human, and she's badass.
Yeah.
From what I remember, but yeah, that she's awesome. But I don't know. There's just something about Norabara that's just is really really cool because when we're first introduced to her, she gets off the train. She sees, I guess, this business dude trying to get this one woman to model for her. for him, and she's just like, "Oh, I'm busy. I'm sorry. I gotta go." And he's just kind of like chatting it up. Nobara goes up and says, "What about me? Am I pretty?" And then the guy was just like, "Oh, I'm sorry. I'm busy. I gotta go." And I think that was kind of like the theme with her character is that it's not that she's ugly or anything. I just think for some because there was a couple of characters like that one witch girl that was talking about, "Oh, you need to be more feminine.
Yes, I love that.
You need to be this." And Nora was just like, "I don't care about femininity. I just care about kicking your ass."
Yeah, right.
And I like that because it's like if she wanted to, she could, doll herself up and she'd probably be a very pretty young lady. But she doesn't let looks like that or anything like that get in the way. She's just badass on her
Yeah,
own accord, and
she's authentic.
I c- right, and I can appreciate that, especially the last 3 episodes where she takes the nails to like get rid of that freaking rot curse and just puts it into her skin,
Ah,
into her arm. I'm like,
dude, that was
okay,
awesome.
I think I love this character.
Yeah,
As soon as she was doing that, I'm like, Noah Bra is amazing. But I I agree. I think the female characters in the show are really well done. I think they're great. But that's not to discredit, I guess, the guys in the show too.
right. Yeah,
To me personally, I think it's a good batch of characters just in general. But to say that the ladies carry the show, uh, I say some ladies do. Definitely Nobara and Maki. Absolutely. I
I
think them both are top tier as far as like lady characters.
I think my Maki Nobara are just they're so interesting, and I like Maki and Mai's relationship as sisters, and how like Maki and Mai took different paths because Mai wasn't as good as Maki, and because of that, Mai like kind of resented her sister and wanted her to like ask her at the end of her arc like, why didn't you stay? And Maki's like, because I couldn't do that. And I thought that was really cool. She uh she didn't, lower her ceiling for somebody else. She did the right thing and pursued her own dreams so that she could be happy. And yes, that left Mai behind, but I would also argue at the same time that Mai is doing pretty good for herself as well. So,
Hmm.
yeah. She's also got a gun.
Yeah, she's got a gun that she can shoot from pretty far away.
Yep.
She shot Nobara in the head, didn't she?
Yes, with a rubber bullet, which is
Yeah, I was like, "Oh god, it's a rubber, thank God."
which right before that, Nobara uses a rubber hammer to
I thought that was hilarious. She's like, "I don't wanna kill you, so I'm gonna use this instead." I'm like, "Oh, I'm dead."
Oh no, it wasn't a rubber hammer, it was a toy hammer. It was a toy
Yeah,
mallet.
right. Those ones that whenever you hit it makes a little squeak sound.
She hits her with it one time and it like bruises her face. This is great. Oh Lord. This show as well, I think has a lot of very good comedic moments that
Oh my god.
bring a lot of levity
It
to the show.
it's hilarious. I love how Itadori and Nobara are kinda similar in that regard to they're both kinda goofy, while you have Shigoro is just like, you know,
Just
straight
serious,
laced
kind of
and
brooding.
very serious all the time, which kinda makes it even more funny because he's just um they have this weird series after each and every episode where what's it called? It's called isn't it called Jujutsu Stroll or I
Oh,
don't know.
I
It's
I didn't watch the after credits.
what? You
Yeah,
never those
never
are
watched it.
you talk about hilariousness. Those are so hilarious. You need to
Well,
watch the after credits.
I guess I gotta go back
They're
and watch all the after credits.
you have to. They're so funny. There's some especially when everyone thinks it's like Shigeru's talking to a woman, and then Itadori and Nobara's just like they're kind of like just poking fun, going, "Why are you going behind my back?" And then Gojo comes out and looking sexy as ever, just like, "Hey there, how can I get on this?" And all Shiguro is doing is getting directions for this lady. She's like, "Oh yeah, the post office is just down there." It's so funny.
Yeah, I should
Yeah,
probably watch those.
yeah, you should check those. I'm surprised you never did.
I didn't even know that was
But
a thing. I knew there was like a 3.5 minutes like after the episode. I was like, why is there that much time after the episode is finished airing? So.
yeah, but yeah, see that's the thing is because they had this interesting balance of people dying, serious shit, and then I guess they had to balance it with just they're like a minute long fun little comedy sketches. And they even include the villains. That's what's interesting is that you'll have the good guys sometimes, and then you'll have the villains doing weird shit. There's an episode where the villains are playing soccer with that one volcano monster's head. I kid you not,
Oh
and
my
I'm
god,
dying.
yes. I have to watch those.
I'm fucking dying because
I messed up.
just yes, you did.
Oh, dude, that sounds amazing. But
Yes, it's funny.
couple people bring up Miwa, who I think when we talking about
Miwa.
comedy, she's the
Miwa.
blue-haired girl with the sword.
Oh yeah,
she's hilarious. Yeah,
I like how she calls herself useless, but she doesn't really think that of herself. But she uses that for, I guess, not inspiration, but like motivation.
Yeah, Maki, it's so funny. Maki takes Miwa's sword.
Uh-huh.
And then you just see her. She's just out in the middle of nowhere. She's like, why does she have to take my sword? She takes out her phone. Hello, Miwa Kasumi, pretty useless.
And then that guy that speaks and could like knock you out, or he has a really powerful voice. He just goes sleep, and then she passes out and goes to sleep.
She sleeps during like this huge battle that's going on. You just see in the background just smoke plumes coming up in the air. She's just like sound asleep.
Pretty funny.
Yeah. She's awesome.
Yeah, she's hilarious. If nothing else, she's hilarious as far as more hilarious than the rest of the show. There's a character who I want to get your opinion about. The freaking strong badass dude, Toto.
Is that the guy who's like
the guy who asks everyone what their favorite type of woman is? What's your opinion about him?
Dude, that guy's awesome. He has the fucking coolest ass tag team fight against Hinami, I think Hanami, with Itadori, and what I love about it is like Toto's like, what's your type, and Itadori's like, a tall woman with a nice ass. and they become brothers. They like
he manifests a fake flashback of them in middle school being friends, and like this whole like slice of life scene that goes on for like 10 minutes straight. And I love the fact after the fight he keeps calling him friend and brother, and he's like, we went to middle school together. And Itadori's like, we've never been to the same school. What are you talking about? Because in his mind, he manifests these things, and whenever he thinks it, it becomes reality.
Dude, oh my god! Like Toto is he's just the best.
He is great. I love him, and the fact that he's so powerful, and then still has the time to like go to idol conventions and like get handshakes from.
That's right. He's like he has this infatuation with like this one idol girl.
I forget her name, but
I forget her name.
he has flashbacks with her too, where,
Yeah.
he's seconds away from getting hit with this powerful beam, and she's like, "You just gotta do this," and he's like, "All right."
Dude, the, the Toto is so good. And the thing is, he has just some amazing fights.
Yeah, he does. He's super powerful. Not only is he strong and can take a punch and whatnot, but he has this clapping ability where he can switch places
Yeah.
with people, which is just
Oh,
like unfair.
dude. So good. So good. A lot of people are saying I'm a very bad person for missing Jujutsu Stroll. I apologize. I will watch them.
You have to. They're funny.
A lot of them are saying Toto supremacy. Yorozuya says Maki busted because of her heavenly restriction, so Miwa losing to her was just a bad matchup for her. Plus, my downplayed Maki to her.
Oh yeah, that's right. She said, she ain't nothing. She ain't bad." then and, and then all of a sudden she's fighting her and she's like, "My ass, she ain't anything like that. She's amazing."
Dude, I love Maki. She's a tank. Dude, everybody loves Toto.
Yeah, he's great. He's goofy, but he's great.
Let's see.
Oh
Bob
my
Samurai, awesome fights in the series. So,
Sasuke's he's just popped in now. Sasuke,
oh god, and it's
I'm
the
somewhat
worst
of
comment.
a big Juju fan.
I don't think that's
That's
true.
a lie, and you know it.
Yorozuya says, "Ita daddy." Did I hear that correctly, C? I don't know what you're talking about.
It's a daddy?
I don't know what you're talking about. Well, that's his name now. You just created a nickname. You just I'm gonna call him Ita daddy now. So.
Oh, so every time he eats a finger, he's eating a daddy?
I mean, yeah. If it is if you know those curses are a father of some kind, sure. Terrence Williams says the Colling game predictions. What is that?
I don't know. They're probably talking about spoilers or something.
Let's see.
I would say for y'all wondering, we both never read the manga, so we don't know anything about what's going to happen.
No idea.
Please, no spoilers.
Super Bleach says, I don't know why Panda ranked Maki the lowest out of the characters. All right. Well, I guess we could just talk about Panda then.
Panda. Can't stop, won't stop, never stop. Oh, Satsuki, you rascal, you.
Satsuki's gonna get like stabbed.
Right, he's gonna get a bombardment of freaking just people saying, "Hey, your friends watch the show. Why can't you?" Satsuki, look what you've done.
Yeah, look what you've done, Satsuki. Now we got spoiler commenters. For some reason.
Yeah, there always has to be it. You tell people not to spoil things and they want to go ahead and be dickheads. It's whatever.
I mean, good thing for me, because I don't really mind seeing spoilers too much, even though you're not allowed to spoil. I'm not saying you can spoil in the comments, because you can't. But I don't mind seeing that stuff. I'll forget about it for JJK. So it's fine with me. But if you want to spoil and get banned, like if you want to get banned, you can get banned. That's what you want to do, because that's what happens when you spoil. You get banned. But I actually
ban hammer.
Yeah, I love doing it. It's fun. You can sign into your alt accounts to do it too. Yeah, Panda, I like his fight with Mechamaru because it's like the perfect matchup. It's like the two out of nowhere strangest characters. One's a mechanized person who looks like You know, in the
Piece
'70s,
of wood.
yeah, like a piece of wood. It's like the equivalent of like in the '70s when they had that wood paneling. He's the equivalent of that in robot form.
Oh yes, the good old wood paddling all over the walls, and it was in
Yeah.
every house. My
Yep.
God.
Yep. Everybody
Yeah, and
loved it back then.
Panda's not a real panda. Like
No.
Panda is one of those
Controlled
dolls.
spirits or controlled
Yeah,
forces or something. I can't forget the name.
right. Because you kind of see it like in the first couple episodes where Itadori takes on a bear that's like a stuffed bear, but it's we learned about the controlled spirits that way. Find out that Panda is in fact a controlled spirit, but I guess a controlled spirit that grows up into a full-fledged panda, but had a twin that was a gorilla, but is also inside
Yeah.
him. Interesting stuff.
He's got a lot of people inside of him. We'll say that.
Yeah, he goes freaking rage mode and turns into gorilla panda.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And I just love how the fight with Mechamaru, it just like immediately it's kind of like oh wow, this is like freaking awesome. This is great. And then like Mechamaru kind of gets the upper hand, and then Panda's like gorilla mode, and it's just over. And it's great. And then at the end of the fight,
rips him apart.
Yeah, he just fucking destroys him. And at the end of the fight, Panda's like, "Hey, can I borrow your phone?"
Right? Ripped the dude in half and just beat the shit out of him. I mean, obviously not his real body, but it's still, just completely destroyed and incapacitated him. It's almost like if you're the guy and you just so happen to bust into someone else's house, fuck someone else's girlfriend, and tell the other guy, "Hey, could I get a ride back home?" It's so insulting.
It really is. But actually, the moments before that, there was some cool interaction between them. About how like Mechamaru was like he was describing his life like nobody would care about me because of the way I look and all this stuff, and Panda's like, "I don't care. I'll help you out. I don't care about the way you look. Look at me. I'm a freaking panda." And it's like, it's just this like wholesome, this talk that just brings him back down to earth, and just it's just really really nice to see, because when all this stuff goes down, like initially when this whole arc happens, they're trying to kill Itadori. So by the end, they're all kind of like just chilled, kind of friends, which is really nice.
Toto doesn't want to kill him now. He's his brother.
Yeah, that's true. They're brothers now. They can't kill brothers.
Yeah, right, exactly. And all it led down to becoming brothers was because he said, "Oh, I like someone like Jennifer Lawrence, tall with a big ass." Is she tall with a big ass? Let me look up Jennifer Lawrence.
I mean, yeah, we gotta do some research on Jennifer Lawrence. Why are you doing that? Yoro Zuya says, never mind. That is not an actual pertinent comment. Satsuki says, never mind. Talking about something totally different. Talking about the spoiler comments from earlier. Let's see. I guess not really much to update on.
5'9".
5'9"? Oh, well, yeah. Well,
I mean, I guess that's tall for a woman.
Yeah. A little bit. Oh, yeah, I wouldn't...
Now let me see her butt.
Wait, what? Hold up. Alejandro says Momo Nishimiya, best girl.
Yeah, she does have a big butt.
Okay. Well, I guess that's why, like, Itadori even says, yeah, at the beginning, like, my kind of girl is like Jennifer Lawrence, which is actually kind of awesome that they carried that like they waited a long time to like do that joke, to like do the resolution of that. That was very nice. Your Eyes Son says, "What's your favorite domain expansion?"
What does that mean?
I don't know. Maybe we're just not paying attention and we're fake fans.
I guess we're a bunch of fakers.
Yorozuya next. I'm not talking about. Oh my god. I'm reading a bunch of comments. Let's see. Well, Mr. Hlum says Jennifer Lawrence is big with a tall ass.
And according, Sasuke the Savage, he's drunk. He said, big with a tall ass like Megan Thee Stallion. You know, I happen to agree with that.
I don't even know who that is.
I do.
I do not.
Wow, yeah, she is tall. She's 5'10", and I've seen that booty.
Oh, okay.
Look up Megan Thee Stallion booty, and you'll be happy.
Will I? Oh Lord. So, what do you think about Kento? I think is his name. Yeah, Kento. Because he had like a cool arc.
You're gonna have to forgive me with names. Let me look. Kento. Which one's Kento again?
He's the guy with the
the suit. The one with the glasses, and
yeah.
He has a sword, and I thought it was so funny. He was gonna get into some serious fighting, but he's like, I gotta go home. I'm not getting paid overtime for this.
Yeah. He's really. I really liked Kento quite a bit. I also liked when they showed a little bit of like these moments where he go into this bakery and talk to this girl, and like he was just bothered by this this curse that's hanging around her, and he's like, should I do it? Should I not? That would cause a scene. Maybe not. It just doesn't do it for like possibly days. We don't know the exact amount of time. He just like, whatever. And like when he actually does it, he's just like, so is there like, you feel a weight on your shoulders? She's like, yeah. Can you just lean forward a little bit?
Yeah, exactly. And he just like in her eyes just swipes the air, and then all of a sudden she's all better, and it's just like, oh, my shoulders feel a lot looser. And she just runs out. Oh no, thank you, Onigai.
Yeah, she wants him to come back again. So
I bet she wants him to come back.
I mean, all he did was like swipe the air. I guess that's all it takes for her, right?
He swiped right. Wait, is it swiping right or left on Tinder? Yeah, I don't fucking know. I've never used it.
I guess it would be left because the natural inclination is to swipe right? I
don't know.
Anyways, I don't know.
I don't use Tinder. I know you swipe it. Swipe or no swipe it.
A bunch of people are correcting us about domain expansion. Ryan says domain expansion is when they change the world to make their own version of it into a really big sphere to make their power stronger. So it's kind of like in Fate, actually, the reality marbles. Or, I guess just the reality marbles in Fate. So, yeah, what do you think about that?
I know nothing about Fate.
Oh, I just mean the domain expansion.
Oh. Okay, domain expansion is when they change the world to their own version into a really big sphere to make their power stronger. Gotcha. Isn't that also to like block everyone else out or whatever? Because doesn't it keep the regular people kind of like I don't know, like not knowing? So then that way
it keeps everyone
they
safe.
Can just so that they can fuck shit up.
Right. Yeah. Well, I mean,
I think it's cool.
Yeah, no, it's a cool concept, and I think the reason like it kind of just went over my head is because like it's not a new concept, I would say. So it was just like whatever. Okay. Um Zuya is not happy with me for not knowing about domain expansion. So very sad.
Nah, I'm pretty sure he hates me too. It's
Yeah, I
fine.
don't know.
I'm sure you're
Whatever.
not the only one. You forgot already? You fake asses.
Mr. Kebab says he reminds me of Kira Yoshikage. Which, yeah, his look and stuff like that definitely reminds me of Kira. And his regular demeanor. But I would say Kira is way more of a psychopath. Kento is kind of just, he's just all business and super serious about.
He fights in a suit.
He fights in a suit. Yeah. Like this guy is like, he is all business.
I mean, if you think Shigeru is serious, this guy is the epitome of by the book.
Yeah. This guy, just by swiping right, literally in front of this girl, basically could have possibly landed him a date, and
then
like,
some.
He just walks away. It's like that's not what he's thinking about. He's like, job, got to do it.
Yeah.
People are talking a lot about Jennifer Lopez now. What?
Oh, Sasuke brought up Jennifer Lopez and A-Rod officially split up. Didn't they split up a couple years ago? Why is Sasuke bringing this up?
Mr. Klum says Kento almost sounds like Bento. SeaTactics is Kento's VA confirmed. I cry. I am not good.
Oh my god, look what you did. You
What did I do?
Exposed yourself.
Oh no. So yeah. Any final thoughts on Kento, I suppose? He's pretty great. I like his fight with Stitches guy. I always forget his name.
Yeah. I think he could have taken Stitches, but for some reason, I don't know. Like it was messing with his mind that Stitches was using like real people and it was messing up, He didn't like that fact because they're just like, help me. And he's like, great, now I have to slice all these people in half. Help me. I'm a bridge.
Kento is like, gotta do my job more. Crap.
Oh man, and I'm not gonna get paid overtime for this.
A normal thing for us for Kento is just am I getting paid overtime or not?
I like his voice actor too.
Oh yeah. By the way, you watched all this subbed, right?
I kind of did back and forth, to be honest. Like I did some episodes subbed, some episodes dubbed, and I like both of them. I mean,
yeah, I agree.
Obviously, I finished it with the sub, but I think as far as the dub is concerned, they did a good job.
Yeah, no
lie.
Like, I think it's important to bring up the dub here because it's a really good dub. The last dub I watched for a shonen, I think, was Demon Slayer, and even though it had Steve Blum in it, who's just phenomenal.
Love Steve Blum.
Oh, he's great. Legend. But
he's my friend.
Oh yeah, that's right. He is your friend.
Yeah, him and I, we take pictures all the time and pointing at the camera.
Yeah, dub's pretty good. Yeah, don't sleep on the dub for this one. Like if you're not in mood for subs for reading or dub's really good. Very, very good. I watched the beginning sub and the ending dubbed, but like the first 5 or 6 episodes subbed and the last 5 or 6 subbed. In the middle I watched dubbed. Loved it. Catching up with the chat, I suppose. Yoro Zuya says a whole bunch of stuff. People can break in, but there's no merit in doing so. Yeah, that's true. You'd get destroyed. Also, C-Stop Law, I'm not mad, just poking fun. I don't know what that's to, but...
I think it's because he said that you hate him.
Oh, yeah. Oh, no, you... Yeah. No, that means he hates me. Yorozuya also says he couldn't stop Mahito manipulate his soul, which is by default a bad match. Bad matchup for Nanami.
All of that, yes.
Yes, all of that. Yorozuya also says, I highly disagree with the dub.
And then Sasuke said, "You are my friend," in all caps.
Sasuke definitely must be drunk.
I want to say, Sasuke, you're my friend too.
Yeah.
Like I said, I'd reach around and give you a big old hug if you were.
You're going to give him a reach around, eh?
And give him a hug. Get your mind out of the gutter. God.
What'd you think? What'd you think the bad guy squad with Mahito?
Bad guy squad?
Yeah, with the Jogo, the volcano guy with the head.
Yeah, there's Volcano Dude, which was pretty cool, but it seems like he got beat very easily by Gojo, who just destroyed him without even trying. Then he just raises up his bandana and it's like, "Look into my eyes, you son of a bitch," and then just he's ahead.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. Yeah, Stitches, he's pretty awful and badass. Then there's that other guy who is like there, but I don't think I've seen his powers yet.
What's his name?
You know which one I'm talking about, right?
He also got the stitches on his forehead.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then there was a talk about the three brothers at the very last bit of the show.
Mm-hmm.
And then the two brothers got destroyed. One looked like the Slimer from Ghostbusters. And then the other dude looked like, I don't know, like he had like a demon on his back, but like I don't know what that outfit was, but that was that. And they got dismantled no prob. But I guess when it comes to like the third brother, he's just chilling with the League of Villains up there or something. Other than that, I think out of all of them, like obviously, Mahito is the most badass. Oh yeah. Then there's that one guy. He's not even like a cursed spirit or anything. He's a
human
person.
Yeah,
And
Haruto or Haruta. I can't remember.
He's very interesting just because he has like a knife with a hand on it, and he holds the hand to carve people up, but then he's just kind of like doing his thing. I don't know. He's probably just some weird serial killer type person, but Tree Eyes is
Tree Eyes Hanami?
because that's the only way I remember them. Tree Eyes, she really badass, really strong, really powerful.
It had a really cool fight.
Yeah. She's like, "This is getting so intense. I need to use my left arm."
Yeah, that. Oh my god! It was like like in any other anime, it would be the funniest shit. Like you can't be serious, but in this, it was like, holy shit! You can't be serious. This is awesome.
I mean, they kind of did something similar in Bleach with Kenpachi Zaraki. He always used one arm, and he said, "If I keep going like this, I'm gonna die." So he literally is like, "I got to use my left arm." And then he was able to defeat one of the other people. I'm like, oh my god, so ridiculous. But that is so Kenpachi. I'm mixed about Bleach when it comes as an anime, but my favorite character in that show was him. Like he's the most coolest badass captain. He wants people to know they're coming, so he wears bells. So he announces himself. He always wants to fight. I love him.
The real question: are you gonna watch Bleach's Return?
I felt like it kind of fell off the equator once. You got the main villain defeated. Fuck was his name? Eisen. Lord Eisen. Once he was defeated, like it just wasn't the same for me. And even then, when they finally defeated him, it took like 1.5 episodes. But we spent 16 fighting one dude, which whatever. Bleach is whatever.
Well, Sasuke says, "Don't remind me of two-armed Kenpachi." So there you go.
It's hilarious. It's stupid.
Yorozuya says, "Ghetto forehead stitches also is a human / curse user, though. So is sword hand dude and coat rack guy." We're coming up with interesting names.
I love the names. Yeah, dude, speaking of coat rack guy, he's in a after credit scene where he's literally talking about how he would make the perfect coat rack out of bones. And he's like, I'll take the vertebrae, move it up here, and then I'm like, oh my god.
Oh god, what
and
other?
And then it shows it at the very end, and it's hilarious.
There's also there's like a bunch of like side characters that look really cool. Mei Mei, who when you first see her, I thought like, what is this like? Is this Jujutsu Kaisen's version of 2B?
Who's Mei Mei?
She's the one with like the white hair and the braid.
Oh my god, you talking about the one that has the braid in front of her face?
Yes, in front.
I don't like that. That looks so dumb. I got to admit that normally goes in the back. Why would you put it in the front to where you can't see shit? I'm sorry.
Listen,
when I saw that, I was like, "Wait, is she turned around or something? What the? Why is she? Oh no, that's how her hair looks, and it's in the front."
It's not practical, but very stylish.
Definitely. I mean, yeah, it would look nice if it was in the back. The fact that it's in the front to where, like, how does she get anywhere in life? She's probably running into a bunch of doors.
She has like no depth perception, so she's like,
none.
she's not like picking up drinks when she should and dropping drinks.
Oops, clumsy me.
Then there's
it's like, fix your hair.
She seems to have something going on though at the very end. So
maybe that's why she always French braids her hair in the front, because she's always up to something evil.
Maybe.
I don't know. She's probably gonna be evil.
She definitely gives the evil vibes, that's for sure.
That's not a normal hairstyle.
We talked about her a little bit earlier, I suppose, in relation to Nobara, but Momo Nishimiya, who is like the witch girl that rides the broom with the weird with the weird hair. Speaking of weird hair,
got broom hair.
Yeah, it's a good way
like
to put it.
It's
broom
like
hair.
bristles. It's broom hair just on the sides, just bristles sticking out of it and whatnot.
Yeah,
it's she's all right, I guess. I don't really know much about her other than you can't catch me, and all of a sudden the bar's like, take this.
Oh, dude. Yeah. Momo's she's I like Momo. She's pretty good. But I definitely want to see more of Momo. That's for sure. But well, actually, what did you think about like the last villain they fought to end out the show's first season?
The guy with the stuff coming out his back.
Yeah, Iso.
SOS.
Yeah.
Well,
he looked like a JoJo villain for some reason.
Someone's spamming the chat.
Oh Lord. Oh my God! It's just all held for review.
Okay, I'm sorry. I was distracted by that.
I don't know why it's all held for review.
Well, there we go. People being weird. Anyway, Iso, yeah, pretty interesting. I mean, interesting powers all the same. I guess he has like this weird kind of rot curse that disintegrates the body. But more than anything, what I thought was in a way kind of sad was that he felt, once his brother passed, he was, crying. He was sad, and that kind of got to Itadori, where he was like, before he gave the final blow to like take him out, he's like, "I'm sorry," and then just right through the chest. And
Yeah.
yeah, I thought that was kind of interesting because then Itadori and Nobara had a kind of like a discussion at the end where they were saying that it's like, was that the first time you ever killed someone? Oh, well, no, I had to kill 3 off screen. You never saw him kill him. I was just like, did he actually kill him though? But they were just off screen. He never. I'm pretty sure maybe they might show something about that later on down the road, but if they never do,
Yeah.
that's annoying.
I would think they would have to to
Hmm.
some extent because he's still, still there. So
But yeah, he I just like the fact that basically Nobara was just like, at some point we're sorcerers, we're gonna have to kill people. It all comes a part of the job, and Itadori's just like, yeah, I guess you're right. Even though I don't like it, I guess we'll have to like toughen up and do it.
yeah. So I guess now wrapping up our main discussion of Jujutsu Kaisen right now. Going into the next part, like, what do you think overall about this series and its quality? Like, do you think it's a an super overrated show that's really bad and nobody should check out because it's super popular and everyone talks about it? Do you think it's like a Demon Slayer situation where it's just not it's not as
Yeah.
good as people say it is, or
Well,
what do you think?
in my opinion, even though I know Demon Slayer is probably one of the most popular things in the world right now, I think it's overrated. But that's not to say it's a bad show overall. I mean, it looks great and whatever. But for me, the one thing I don't really care for Demon Slayer is the side characters. And to me, it's always been that. Like, I'm fine
Nezuko,
with Tangerine and I'm fine with you
Daijoubu
know what?
Nezuko.
Yeah, I'm fine with Nezuko and Tangerine. I'm fine with both of them. But when it comes to all with Lemon Head and Pigface,
Oh,
I'm at a loss for words when it comes to those two. But see, that's the difference between that show and this show. Because with this show, none of these characters annoy me.
right.
None of these characters drive me up the wall batty. I'm fine with these characters. In fact, I like these characters.
Yeah, I like all of them.
And
Every single one.
yeah, I don't think I have an issue with any of them. I mean, there might be some where we maybe don't know much about some of them, but that's that is what it is. But overall, I definitely think this is a show that people should check out, if especially if they're a fan of shonen. If they're a fan of shonen, this will be right up your alley. This is something that I highly recommend to anyone who loves that type of stuff. And do I think it's overrated? Uh I mean, maybe some people might find it overrated because of not because of the show itself, but maybe because of the hype that surrounds it by fans. That's usually where it comes from. It's never the show itself, it's the fans. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because sometimes a fandom of a show can make or break a show. And even though I personally am a fan of My Hero Academia, I hear that there's some of the worst fandom out there. I
Oh
wouldn't
yeah.
know because I guess I don't really talk to other. The only other person I talk to about My Hero is Rising Sun, and he's great. He's in the same boat I am. We're anime only, but I don't know. I hear a lot of bad stuff from that fandom, and that probably sets some people off. But I haven't heard anything about the Jujutsu Kaisen fandom. I mean, I hear nothing but like great stuff about this anime. So
Yeah.
that my personal overall opinion is that it's a good show and people should check it out. And
Same.
yeah,
Yeah. Same. I think this show, just for its characters alone, they're also at the very least like the character that I like the least is Fushiguro, and that says something. And
I
me
get a lot
saying
of
like,
hate now.
well, I don't even like hate the guy. Like I just felt all the other characters, that had like a big moments. I liked them more than his. That's just what it came down to. Like the character's fine, you know, but I just felt he was a little weak compared to all the others. That's really my only issue at the end of the day with his character. And that's kind of amazing. And this shonen it brought me back to when like I was a kid watching, you know, stuff like Naruto or Dragon Ball Z. Like I was just excited watching this. And sure, you know, in my opinion, for me, I can only speak for myself, of course, but the beginning stuff and then the ending stuff wasn't as strong as what happened in between all that for me. Kind of just ended. Didn't have a really satisfying, you know, ending. It just felt kind of lackluster. Like I didn't feel like there was any resolution at all. I just felt like the end of an arc. And gotta wait for the next episodes to come out. Felt like something like that. But like, even then, like it's a pretty good show, and I think if people are on the fence about it, you know, definitely give it a shot. Check it out. I'm not gonna say it's like, you know, it's changing the game, like how all you know, all the you know, certain people will say, oh my god, this and this is changing the game. It happened with Demon Slayer. Happens all the time. It happened with Tower of God.
Tower of God.
Yeah.
You and I were thinking it all. I remember everyone's talking about this is going to be the next generation of and it was not so good.
It's bad. It's very bad. It's just sad. But Jujutsu Kaisen is like, I think it's still a little overrated, but I think that, you know, just don't pay attention to it and just go in with your own expectations. Keep them low, and
right. Don't go into it thinking this is going to be the greatest shonen ever made.
I will say, like, yes, this is like one of those shows like One Punch Man, where if you take away the animation, it's not as good, which sucks.
I kind of disagree with that. I think when it comes to One Punch Man, I think its story is kind of clever in a way that, you know, he's the strongest person in the world and yet he's treated like a C-class hero. And all because
of course.
Yeah, I thought that, but I think I know what you're saying. Like basically, yeah, the animation. Did we talk about the animation in Jujutsu
I don't think
Kaisen?
we have. Yeah, I don't think we have.
It's Mappa. Applause to Mappa this year. They've been fucking killing it.
Amazing. Like this and AOT is like, God, give these guys like all the good anime, please. Like they're amazing. And the thing is, I've been a fan of these guys since 2017. Like I made you and Satsuki watch Inuyashiki. That's how much of a big fan of Mappa I am.
And I cried.
I thought you liked the show. I thought Satsuki.
I actually liked it. That's funny because it's like I actually read the manga before I even watched it, and I thought it was very faithful. I kind of like stopped reading it to the part where an asteroid is coming to Earth. Oh, okay, that's where they ran out of money. Okay, I see what's going on.
I think that's where he canceled. His manga got canceled from publishing, so he had to just go to the ending, which kind of sucks.
That was so. I mean, I get it, but it's just like out of all the things they could have chose, just I wish I would have known what his actual vision would have been.
Well,
you know what I mean?
If you read Gantz, which is his manga he did previously, probably some crazy ass shit. Satsuki says, why does C keep saying I hate Inuyashiki? Don't you? I don't know. I'm sad. I'm sad now. Listen, we did a whole podcast over Inuyashiki, by the way. So if you like this podcast, go
check it in the link down below.
Yeah, somewhere. Just go on my channel and go to the playlists and find the KOA playlist. It's in there. But yeah, the to wrap up on the animation stuff a little bit. It's you know, I hate to say it, but it's like the animation is definitely what It's when people say it's like really fucking amazing animation, they ain't lying. Like at all. It's great. So yeah. Any final thoughts on Jujutsu Kaisen?
Definitely a good show. Check it out if you're into shonen. And Nobara, best girl. And
Right.
well, I mean, there's more than one best girl, but yeah,
There's
she's pretty
a ton of
good.
them.
And MILFs are in the show, so
MILFs, yeah.
it's SeaTactics approved.
They meet a horrifying fate.
And just really enjoyed the show. Just cannot wait whenever they decide to make a second one, which I know they will.
I think they have a prequel movie.
They have a prequel movie?
Yep. I think it's called Jujutsu Kaisen Zero movie. That's literally what it's called, yeah.
It must be about Gojo. Goro is from Mortal Kombat.
Seems like it. Seems like it's about Gojo. That guy never ages, so.
He's probably like hundreds of years old. I don't fucking know.
Didn't they describe his age as like a tree? Or something like that?
Or like a fine wine.
Yeah. Oh, crap! We didn't even mention the baseball episode! That random ass episode where they played baseball! Real quick.
It's fun. Okay, yeah, real quick. It's funny because I know it's supposed to be filler, but there's still like a lot of story going on, which I appreciated. It wasn't just I could skip this episode, like half of Dragon Ball's episode, lineage.
Hey, you can never skip the driver's test episode.
Right. Can't skip that. Can't skip when Krillin had his first girlfriend that looked a lot like Bulma, but wasn't.
But what? Yoro Uzuya says no, that's Tengen-C. So there we go. I was wrong. But yeah, for that baseball episode, dude, Mechamaru as a pitching machine. You can't
that was great.
That was amazing. But yeah, good series. I enjoyed it. I'll be checking out the movie. I'll be checking out the sequel whenever that ever happens. If it does, I'm sure it is. EA, where can they find you?
You can find me at Everything Animated, my channel. Just look for my face. You'll find it. There's a lot of imposters on there and they're all sus, but I'm the real Everything Animated. I do a weekly podcast on there currently right now for My Hero Academia with Rising Sun Reviews. So please follow me there and you'll find weekly episodes about that. I have another YouTube channel with my girlfriend called All Elite Couple where we talk about wrestling and we do reactions. We do all kinds of wacky, crazy stuff over there. Whoa! And then finally, I have a Twitch. You can search for my Twitch. It's not the same name. It's Killer Zeke 87. And my Twitch is, I do a community stream every Sunday. So get on that if you want to play some Jackbox games. We have lots of fun.
Yeah. Thanks everybody for coming out to the stream. Satsuki, Yoro, Zuya, Super Bleach, even Ayush, the Battling Pie, Mr. Hlum.
The Battling Pie? What a name.
Mr. Kebab, everyone for coming out. People I'm obviously missing. Appreciate it. And we'll see you on next week on another normal, regular episode, King of Anime Podcast. Next week is number 98. We are close to 100.
Oh my God. We have to do something special.
Yeah, we're gonna just take a month off. we need a vacation. So thanks everybody for watching. We'll see you later. Bye-bye.